Algae are plant-like organisms. Like plants, they are primary producers. They produce through the process of photosynthesis. That means they use water, they use sunlight, they use nutrients as their food for reproduction. But they do not belong to plant kingdom. They belong to kingdom Protista. When we speak of algae, there are two general types of algae. First is the microalgae. Could not be seen by our naked eye. Could also be seen through the microscope. So we call them phytoplankton. And the one that is very popular in Boracay is the macroalgae, which we call the seaweeds. So there are three abundant species of algae in Boracay, of seaweeds. They are the Kentomorpha crassa, the Olva, and the Enteromorpha flexosa. They are temporal and spatial in nature. That means they are only present in certain location in Boracay and also in a certain period of time. One of the requirements for the growth of algae is nutrients. Nutrients means pollution in the water. So, as in the case of a certain kind of water, there should be the presence of nitrate. Nitrate emanates from human waste or animal waste. Another kind of nutrient needed by the algae is phosphate. And this emanates from shampoo, detergents used by people and are discharged in water. So algae actually is an indicator of a nutrient-rich water. That means polluted water. If there is not enough of nutrients in water, there is a normal population of algae. But they grow abundantly when there is large discharge of these nutrients in water, like what I have said, the nitrate and the phosphate. Based on my study, during the super peak season of the year, which is summer, the nutrients and the phosphate in the water of Boracay is beyond, very much beyond the required standard for clean water. So, even without analyzing the water, based on science, and it's actually an accepted indicator of polluted water, the presence of abundant algae is an indicator that there is plenty of nitrate and phosphate in the water. In Boracay, we have 4 primary producers that utilize the nutrients in the water. They are the mangrove, the seagrasses, the phytoplankton, microalgae, and the macroalgae or the seaweed. They have the synergistic relationship with each other. They help each other in the utilization of nutrients or pollution in the water. So we have the mangrove. We should have enough mangrove to absorb the pollution. So in areas with mangrove, we could say that the pollution could be easily be absorbed by the mangrove. And the area with seagrasses, the seagrasses help in the utilization of the nutrients in the water, the phosphate and the nitrate. In Bulabog Beach, why is it that there is a minimal lang siya ang macroalgae? Because there is already there the primary producer, the seagrass, which utilize the nutrients. It only appeared in the summer because, kumbaga, grabe na ang discharge of nutrients sa summer. With the presence of seagrass and the phytoplankton, hindi na nila kaya. They could not anymore absorb the nutrients in the water. So, the macroalgae come into rescue. So that time. So it occurred during the super peak of tourist arrival. The same case with the long beach. It only appeared during summer and December. And during this time, the nutrient or the phosphate and the nitrate in the water are very high. So the phytoplankton there could not anymore absorb the nutrients in the water, and there's no mangrove there, there's no seagrass there to absorb the nutrients. So phytoplankton alone could not absorb the nutrients in the water, so the macroalgae come into rescue to use the nutrients in the water. So the presence of algae help in the cleansing of the water because they utilize that for their food, for their reproduction. So that's the reason why this is seasonal. This usually occurs during high intensity of light and enough nutrients in the water in the process of photosynthesis. So during the peak season, or before we could say lean season of tourist arrival, there is flushing of nutrients out of the area. And there is maybe less discharge of nutrients in the water. So we could not see the macroalgae, the seaweeds in the water during that time. It only appears when there is high tourist arrival and high light intensity for photosynthesis. Actually, algae, when they die, the pigment is being lost, the chlorophyll. So it will basically turn into white. But its biomass, or the algae itself, is biodegradable. So that means it will just dissipate in the water. So it does not contribute to the white sand in Boracay. There are other sources for the white sand. The white sand formation will take 1,000,000 of years, century of years. What are the sources? First is for the very white sand, according to studies, we have the parrotfish. It emanates from the poop of the parrotfish because the parrotfish eat up the corals. So one parrotfish could produce 100 of pounds of white sand a year. So we really need to protect the parrotfish because this is one of the contributors for the production of white sand. Other source of white sand is the breakdown of rocks and minerals due to wave action. Then, for Boracay, I know it also came from the particles of sea creatures like the seashells. So we have an abundance of coca shells in Boracay. Coca shells is one of the sources of white sand. And the last, as others said, that algae turns into white sand. Actually, there is a certain kind of algae that contribute into white sand. And one algae that I identified in Boracay, which could be possibly turned to white sand, is the Halomeda species. But there are just very few. In the absence of study for the appropriate use of this algae, actually algae are useful in a normal population. Ecologically, they are useful to other species of organisms. They are used as food of other organisms. And they are also used as products for beauty, for medicine. But then, if not properly managed, they become hazardous. So, in the case of Boracay, the abundance of algae is very alarming. So, as of now, we can utilize that as fertilizer. It's a good use for fertilizer. It could be converted into compost and will be used as fertilizer. And at the same time, it could be used as feed for other animals. of abundant algae in the water, it's already not within the system of the water in Boracay. It's beyond. It's beyond. Since it emanates from external source, from pollution, the best thing to do is to get that algae out of the water. But it's not only the solution. The best solution is to cure the source. So we should ensure that there should be no discharge or at a minimal discharge of nitrate and phosphate in the water because it contributes to the growth of the algae, especially during summer when the light intensity is very high.